Two giants of Fintech, Mercury and Stripe. One handles banking, one powers payments, but which one really delivers? On the left, Mercury, tech-first banking designed for startups. On the right, Stripe, the global payments engine trusted by internet businesses everywhere. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. All right, here's our game plan. The mind map for today is right here. We're going to judge Mercury and Stripe on core focus, global reach, security and compliance, integrations, pricing, speed and onboarding, and tools for growth. That's a lot, but trust me, every one of these makes or breaks your startup flow. Okay, starting off. Core focus. Mercury's whole vibe, honestly, it's banking for tech startups and scale-ups. You get FDIC insurance, you get those slick virtual cards, cash flow tools, team management out of the box. It's a legit bank, but only in USD. And don't expect built-in payment processing. You'll need something like Stripe for that. Stripe, though, its core focus is, honestly, processing payments everywhere. You get global transactions, multi-currency support, and APIs for things like subscriptions, fraud, billing, the whole internet commerce thing. But one thing, Stripe isn't a bank. No deposit account, no business debit card. So they kind of balance each other out. I'd say on core focus, it's honestly a tie. Both nail their niche. Now let's talk global reach. Mercury is cool if you want US routing and account numbers, even if you're outside the States. You don't need an SSN. Remote onboarding is there, and you can do transfers globally. But, and it's a big but, you can only work in USD. So global reach? Kind of limited. Stripe, on the other hand, just eats the globe for lunch. I mean, 120 plus countries, 47 currencies, made for internet businesses everywhere. But remember, not a bank, so you lose deposit insurance. Still, in terms of going worldwide, Stripe crushes this round. Security and compliance. Can't skip this, right? Mercury comes in hot with FDIC insurance, two-factor authentication, full transaction logs, and granular team permissions. Perfect for keeping your money safe, as long as you're eligible, because not all startups get in. Stripe, it's PCI compliant, has all that fraud detection magic, and you get 24/7 live support. But yeah, it doesn't offer deposit insurance, which for some folks could be a deal breaker. Both go heavy on security though, so in this category, it's definitely another tie. Oh, and here's something cool you probably didn't expect. Mercury and Stripe, you can actually use both together. Mercury handles your business banking, and Stripe does the payment processing. Lots of tech startups run their stack like that. Banking plus payments. Power combo. Next up, integrations. Mercury has API access, pretty good developer tools, and it plays nice with Stripe itself, QuickBooks, Gusto, and all your basic team stuff. But here's the honest truth. Compared to Stripe, Mercury's integrations are kinda limited. Stripe is like the ecosystem for payments. Shopify, Amazon, plugins, SDKs, the list goes on. Probably has an API for your left shoe, who knows? But you don't get built-in banking, obviously, because it's not a bank. So both do well for different reasons, but in a side-by-side, they're kind of equal for integrations, as long as you know what you need. All right, pricing. Very, very underrated. Mercury is free for the basic account. Yeah, you heard right. $0 a month. Free wires, free ACH. But if you need more horsepower, like advanced treasury stuff, the higher plans go up, way up, to $350 a month. Stripe is pay-as-you-go for every transaction. So no monthly fees unless you scale. But fees can add up fast if you're doing a lot of volume. Also, no deposit account, so you won't be stashing cash for yield. For folks watching their bottom line, Mercury definitely edges out Stripe here. Moving on, speed and onboarding. Mercury, it's instant account setup for US startups if you qualify. Remote onboarding for non-residents, no SSN needed, which is pretty epic. The only downside? If you're from a geopolitically restricted region, they might close you out. Stripe is also quick, especially if you're a developer. Simple docs, fast integration, instant payouts. But strict compliance does sometimes slow things for certain regions. If speed really matters, Mercury is just, honestly, faster and easier most of the time. Now, let's get into tools for growth. Mercury gives you those cash flow analytics, runway estimates, expense controls, really solid if you want to know where your money actually is. But that's it. It's a bank. Stripe, however, is designed for growth. Subscriptions, invoices, tax calculation, revenue analytics, all your SaaS and marketplace stuff packed in. It's wild. You don't get classic banking stuff like savings or checking, but for scaling businesses, Stripe blows it open. Stripe wins the growth toolkit, hands down. If you're a chart person, here's how they stack up. Core focus, dead even. Global reach, Stripe pulls ahead. Security, both solid. Integrations are a tie. Pricing, Mercury for the win-win. Speed, again, Mercury. Tools for growth, Stripe takes it, honestly, by a mile. So, real talk. If you're a US startup founder who needs banking and all those analytics, Mercury is the move. But if you're building an internet business, especially one that's global or subscription-driven, Stripe is just next level. Actually, it's not even a contest in that lane. Smart money? A ton of teams use both. Mercury for banking, Stripe for payments. Stack them and win. If this helped you out, definitely check out Mercury if you need banking, Stripe for all your payment stuff, or, do both. That's how the pros roll.